Hello, this is Santiago, one of the founders of Beyond BA Latam. We are a local travel agency based in Argentina that offers personalized tours in Argentina and Chile. Buenos Aires, Iguazu Falls, and El Calafate. El Calafate is the gate to the glaciers and one of the gates to Patagonia. Buenos Aires is the capital city of Argentina, and Iguazu Falls is one of the natural wonders which is worthy to visit. Bahía Bustamante. Bahía Bustamante combines incredible marine wildlife with pristine landscapes in the Atlantic coast of Patagonia. It is about 4 or 5 hours southern from Puerto Madryn, and it's in an area where the Patagonian desert meet the Atlantic coast, in an area with a lot of wildlife and with a lot of nice things to do apart from relaxing. Bahía Bustamante. Asado, that's the Argentinian barbecue. Empanadas, and the Argentinian version of the Italian food, such as pizza and pasta. It's also very nice to try alfajores, mate, ice cream, and of course, a good Malbec wine. For Argentina as a whole, traveling between October and March is probably the best time. Naturally, it will depend on which region you want to visit, but between October and March, it's fine. There is no bad time to visit Argentina as a whole country, but of course you should avoid certain months of the year if you want to visit specific destinations and to do specific experiences. For example, if you want to hike in El Chaltén, do the Fitzroy-Tech or visit the Cerro Torre, you should avoid the winter months because the snow may block the trails. A luxury estancia stay. This is in a ranch in any part of the country. A private wildlife experience in any wildlife destination across the country. It could be the Ibera wetlands, the rainforest in Misiones, or any of the destinations in the Atlantic coast. And a gastronomic experience in a place such as Mendoza, Bariloche, Buenos Aires, and Ushuaia. If it is in Ushuaia, in Bariloche, or in Mendoza, surrounded by a natural scenery would be a perfect match. I personally enjoy Jardín Escondido by Coppola in Buenos Aires, in the neighborhood of Palermo, which is an old house that was refurbished and renewed, and now is a boutique hotel with a very few rooms. It shows the old life of the Argentinians that used to live in the city, and Palermo is very nice. Then I like pretty much the Eolo Hotel in El Calafate, which shows the essence of Patagonia in the middle of nowhere near the glaciers. Then I like pretty much the Estancia House of Jasmines near Salta City. Well, this is not about nature or landscapes, but rather about encounters. I would highly recommend you to enjoy a meal or a moment with a local and just to talk about life. That would be super nice, because I think that this is the most significant thing that you bring from a trip: encounters with other humans. And when you meet a local, wherever you are going, it could also bring a lot of nice memories after the trip. A road trip in Patagonia if you pick up and drop off the car from the same city. A wildlife tour if you join shared excursions. And also a hiking tour if you do some self-guided hike in places where you can do it, such as El Chaltén. Driving from Buenos Aires to Ushuaia with my father, my grandfather and my brother, going back and forth from Buenos Aires to Patagonia, going through the main highlights of Patagonia, covering a distance of more than 10,000 kilometers. It was a very, very nice trip with a lot of good memories. There are many places in Argentina that I could not get enough of, but if I would have to choose, I would choose Buenos Aires and El Chaltén, because in El Chaltén there are a lot of things to do, and I love hiking, and in Buenos Aires there is always a new place to visit, or a new cafe to go, or a new restaurant to go to. Age itself is not the key factor. What is important are the physical conditions. For instance, there are places in Argentina that are in very high altitude, particularly in the northwest of the country, in places such as Salta and Jujuy, specifically in the area of the high plateau, also known as the Puna. If you are in that area, you will be in places that are over 3,000 or 4,000 meters above the sea level. Therefore, you should take that into consideration. Also, you should take specific care if you visit the littoral of the country, Misiones or Corrientes, during summer times, because it could be very hot and humid. Argentina is relatively safe, but of course you should pay attention in the big cities, in places that are too crowded, and also on the other side to pay attention when you are in places in the middle of nature or into the wilderness, because there might be no one to help you or to assist you in the moment. So it's always good, or it could be good to let somebody know about your plans before you're planning to get into the wilderness. A word that every tourist should know in Argentina. Well, there is a word that I particularly like, which is sobremesa. Sobremesa describes the time spent talking around the table after a meal. And this is something very, very typical here, and something very, very nice. Don't hesitate to talk to a local travel expert, even if in the end you decide not to buy any tour package. It could, in most of the cases, bring a lot of good information to you, and it could be, in most of the cases, very useful to have a conversation with a local expert.